Hello everyone, over the past 10 hours I've built a house, built a lake, and started on this pathway. And along this journey I want to thank you all. The series is doing a lot better than I thought it would. And in the comments of the last episode, I got a suggestion. Ed Everything suggested that I should place the Karate Kid painting on this little island. Correction, since that last clip we talked more in the comments, turns out I misunderstood. They didn't mean this island, they meant the main big island right next to the house. Now back into the video. I do like the idea, it is a very nostalgic painting, and it actually brought me into another idea. What if we make a shrine for this painting, because it is such an iconic one? I think that could be very fun. For now, I'm gonna try and find a wall to put this on, I think here. It's hard getting this painting, man. Because depending on the block you place it at, you could get different ones. There we go. So this would be it. We'll make a shrine for that some other day. For today, I was planning originally to make a farm, but we're going to need a lot of dirt for this, as well as just general tools. So instead, what I want to do is I want to go back into the mines, and I want to start digging the actual mine shaft. We're also going to need a lot of wood for that, because we're going to need a lot of ladders. And it's so brutal that you can only make one ladder at a time for all these sticks. Which leaves us with 22 ladders. So over the course of those 10 hours, I've also been digging out this space. And I'm thinking of making the hole right here. And I want to make this look quite nostalgic and old. So what we're going to do is I want to make a skylight in this as well. And then every couple layers, we will make a new glass floor and then split off from there. Also, how the hell did I not get a single sapling from this tree? My main goal for right now is just to make this mine and get some iron from it. Well, would you look at that? We got it right away. This is mainly because the next project's gonna require so much dirt. I would rather gather all of that with some iron tools, because the stone ones, man, that's gonna take a while. And they break really fast as well. Alright, it looks like it is getting morning. Once it is fully morning, I'm gonna work on that skylight. But yeah, you can kind of see why I want to move on from stone tools to iron. This one layer that I'm digging out right now is just 2 blocks high and is a 5x5, and the tool is already over half broken. Also the neat thing, because this is alpha, you don't need a ladder on every bit, on every block. A one gap in between is fine. And let me tell you, that actually saves us a lot of resources. Alright, now we're gonna have to figure out where this hole is exactly, and I want to have a cobblestone outline for it. It seems like we almost broke through to the surface, which is quite nice already. I'm gonna make the 2 corner pieces, and then the rest we dig out from the top. And there we go, we have an actual skylight. I do want to light up this area as well, just a tad bit, so the chance of those spiders spawning around is a lot lower, because man, they make a lot of noise. Alright, that should be good for now. Man, this already looks so nostalgic. We're gonna have to do a lot to make this room feel a lot better and make it look a lot nicer. But for now, I'm gonna focus on digging this hole. It's so nice and bright in here now. It's ridiculous. So I've been thinking about it, and I'm pretty sure there were a lot of other ways to quickly travel up one of these shafts. I think it has to do with water, maybe boats. We might also do some experimenting. Because if we can climb this faster than the ladder, that'd be really nice. Like the way down, I don't think we can do much about, because we're gonna have multiple floors. Besides, water isn't as OP as it is nowadays, because one block isn't going to save you from a deadly fall. But this is going to be great, because we can finally have access to a lot of iron. And the whole mining part I've kind of been neglecting, mainly because I thought the other projects wouldn't take as long. And the one thing I've noticed, a big difference between alpha and modern day, is progression-wise, it's taken a lot longer to get stuff. Because there's no villages, there's no, like, things to loot besides a dungeon, which is pretty rare to find. And I don't think those have tools in them either. So you really have to dig and mine for all these resources. And because there's no enchantments like mending, all those tools, they will run out. Which requires you to make new ones constantly, so resources actually have more of a purpose and you don't stockpile them as quickly. Which personally I think is pretty good, because you usually find yourself with so many resources and just the same tools that you use all the time. And then having to make a trip to the end dimension for some experience. I think that alone already shows that these 2 versions, the modern one and alpha, they're so far apart. We also did get a lot of nice quality of life features, which I kind of miss. But all in all, this version isn't as overwhelming. It has a way better progression system, which is weird because you'd think they're the same, but the way you just obtain tools nowadays is ridiculous. It's so fast, they're way too overpowered, and resources become just infinite at some point. I will say though, decorating in alpha, man, that's difficult. We have access to so little blocks, which also makes you think in a different way, because usually you'd be like, alright, which block palettes do I want to use? And which ones do I want specifically for this? Now you don't really have that overwhelming feeling, but you really have to think critically about what you're doing with the blocks. Because you can't just slap a 4 or 5 different block gradient on everything. So that's pretty interesting. Ooh, we found a cave. An iron, hell yeah. I guess that means that's one of the floors we're gonna be stopping at. Wow, well done. This actually isn't even that much of a cave. That is weird. It's just a scar in the rock. From a realistic sense, though, you would have these in real life, just on a way smaller scale. But yeah, Minecraft, it looks kind of weird. That probably means that we won't be building a floor here. I will be placing down a window. Alright, I could hear some skeletons. I also heard some water before. So I feel like we're near a cave. Alright, I think it's this way. Aha, I think I found it. And that's also where our pickaxe broke. But yeah, that's definitely where it came from, alright. I had to dig up quite a bit to get to it. So I guess it's kind of connecting to around the cobblestone, funny enough. Ow. Okay, he's dead. Okay, there are a bunch of other baddies. This definitely turns into a large cave network. Why is the creeper so stupid? He literally just walked in there. Alright, let's see. I'm thinking that if we dig... Now I fell into the hole. Maybe I'm also stupid. I'm thinking if we just dig this way, we should come out into the tunnel. Okay, we kind of overshot it a little bit. This should come out into the center, where the ladder is at. And look at that, this is where the old cave was. Alright, we're gonna need some more glass. I'm gonna need some food desperately, but I think it's turning nighttime, which is bad. So I'm gonna have to kill some pigs real quick. Well, this tree, we have to look at it again. That grew a little short. A lot shorter than I thought it would. Wow, the guy's just dancing on my grave. What the heck? Right, instead of waiting out the night, I want to work on a little mural for this painting. I have a fun little idea for that. Thinking of placing it on this side of the house. Maybe something like so. And we're getting shot at. Fantastic. Alright, now we're gonna have to get that painting. I forgot how... Oh, there we go. That was actually a lot easier than I thought. I would love to get some, like, thinner blocks on the sides or something, but we don't really have those. Oh boy. That guy scared me, man. Jesus. Don't be sneaking up on me like that, man. Alright, well, that lost a bunch of HP again. Right, I'm planning on adding some signs around the world with your guys' ideas. So this little mural, dedicated to add anything. And I'm gonna go back inside before I die. If anyone else has any ideas on what we should put in the world, leave it in the comments down below. I like these little nostalgic ideas. You know, this is actually quite nice. From our kitchen, we can look out the window. We can see the moon go down. We can see the mural. There's a zombie popping out from behind the mural, apparently. This isn't an art museum yet, mate. Get out of here. But yeah, this does get me to the point where we should probably prioritize the farm for food, as well as lighting up a bit more around the island. Probably around the lake, because I imagine that's where they spawn. But I guess for now, we're just gonna have to get some sand and kill any pigs along the way, because we are going to need that food as well. Look at this place. It looks like a meteor crashed down here a long time ago. Now it slowly starts to overgrow again. I gotta admit, that's a pretty interesting looking area as well. I wish I walked around here sooner. Could have probably set up base around here. Yeah, look at that. There's an arch going over the water. This looks pretty cool around here. The terrain is really high up here, though. Yeah, this is a sick area. But alright, I kind of don't want to dilly-dally too long. Let's head back to the mine shaft. I'll be making a second furnace just for the sand, so that I can smelt in the meantime. I do want to have a good amount of these, because we just found that cave, and I kind of want to explore it. I did see quite a few iron ore in that cave, so hopefully we can walk away with enough so we can make a armor set. Alright, with the remaining fuel, let's just smelt some iron. And with this enormous amount of food, let's go down. Yeah, we got iron right off the bat. Multiple patches as well, though they don't seem to be very big. Alright, let's see. How the heck are we gonna get down here? I guess we're gonna have to build a staircase. Sounds like there was a bunch of zombies right behind this wall. Oh, I did not place this cobblestone. You know what that means, right? Dungeon time. Oh, Jesus Christ, what the hell? It scared the hell out of me, man. Oh, man, that scared me. Oh, noted. Dungeons, 10 times more dangerous than they are these days, that's for sure. I keep forgetting that the reach of mobs is just absurd in this one. Alright, we don't have any wood to make a new sign, so we have to keep that in mind. Man, there's so many creepers right at the entrance. What's up, creepers? Yes, stay out there. I don't know why they don't come in, but I suppose that is good. Yikes, some of it fell in there. Oh no, the torches especially did. That's not good, man. Alright, they don't spawn as quickly, so that's good. I think the main room is now secure. You know, this is good though, because I wasn't sure how long it would take us to get mossy cobblestone for the museum. But hey, we already have it, so that's good. I see gold down there too. Alright, let's see what our loot is. Some bread, wheat, gunpowder, string, nothing special. Ooh, a saddle. That is good though, because I think this is the only place we can get them. Yeah, this is the only place you can get those. Alright, we have a zombie spawner, and the neat thing is, it actually isn't that far away from our mine shaft, so we could make a zombie spawner here? Question mark, because I don't know why we would. We don't need experience in this version. They drop feathers, I guess that could be good. But nice, we got some gold here. Can't really do anything with that though. We don't have an iron pickaxe either, so we can't even mine it. But there wasn't really anything here. Let's see what else is down below. This mine shaft is paying off pretty good so far. I mean, it also killed us. So, there is that. Well, it seems like this is where it ends. But yeah, once I set up an outpost here, we could very easily make a road to that spawner. Alright, for now though, I'd like to make a door here at some point. Now let's quickly run through, light everything up. Where the heck are the mobs at? It's on hard mode, they should spawn in like crazy. There's a ton of coal in this cave. Alright, let's see what we can find beyond here. Not much, but there is some iron. Gotta admit, that was a pretty good cave. A ton of iron, a ton of coal, it got a spawner as well. Man, my inventory is such a mess now. Alright, let's drop some of the goodies in here, because I don't want to lose the saddle, for example. And let's start on that iron armor set. And maybe some more iron pickaxes after we finish this up, so I can dig a bit faster. But while that is smelting, let's go get that gold real quick. I'm actually struggling to think what we could even do with that, besides make a gold block. I don't think there's literally anything in the game at this point that requires gold, is there? Oh, would you look at that? With that, we are kitted out. 3 iron pickaxes. There's more smelting. And we have a full set of iron gear. This will hopefully protect us a bit better when something unexpectedly happens. But for now, let's start digging. You know, I just realized something. You don't see these kind of mines a lot anymore, with the skylights just all straight down like this. Usually it's just straight down to the bottom and then dig at whatever Y level has diamonds. Alright, we did run into the problem that I run out of ladders. Seeing as it is nighttime, I think we're just gonna have to deal with that. Oh, would you look at that? That's a fun stop in our plans. Oh, redstone. And there's a cave over there too. However, though, that does mean that we're on the right Y level to find diamonds. Because they can be found at that lava layer. Alright, that means that this is going to be glass, this layer. Now we're just going to have to dig up, chop some wood, get some ladders going. And we can explore that area. Alright, with this stuff in hand, let's go back down. Wait, you cannot mine redstone with an iron pickaxe? Oh, you can, it just takes ages, okay. I was gonna say, like, I don't remember needing diamond for that. Alright, we plunk the door down here. And we got a nice shelter set up at the bottom here. Let's go check out this cave real quick. I think, while I was quickly tabbing out of my inventory here, I could see diamonds. Yes. Okay, they're up there. That's not good, because... well, they're not dropping down. That's surprising. Diamonds, baby. 4 pieces. There's another source here? Okay. Or they're just being weird, I guess. Alright, so that is where the lava pool is. You can see the cobblestone in the back there. So this kind of just goes around. I gotta admit though, knowing how much more dangerous all the enemies are, because they deal quite a bit of HP, they have a longer reach, it's a lot scarier to roam these mines again. Alright, I don't like hearing all the growling. Ooh, that dealt a lot less damage. Half a heart? Okay, maybe they're not as scary anymore. Iron armor is a big boost, god damn. I found another couple pieces of gold. And more diamonds. Oh, that's a lot more diamonds. Got 10 so far. Oh boy. There's more. No. My pickaxe broke. You know what? I'm just gonna make a crafting table for on the go. Now I don't feel like walking all the way back. Alright, I made another iron pickaxe because I want to see how many diamonds we get from this cave. Imagine if we can already boost all the way up to diamond gear. That'd be kinda nuts. Wow. 3 ores? Technically 4 ores, because the diamonds were part of this coal vein as well. Alright, with this we officially have enough for a gold block. Anybody around? We taking these. This is a weird, blocky cave, man. And at this point I'm debating whether or not I should get all the coal, because there's so much. And I've seen 4 veins just in this tiny area. And it seems like I cannot pick up any more cobblestone, because my inventory is full. Now, fun fact, Minecraft Alpha actually has a little pouch. If you put stuff in your crafting window, they don't drop out, they stay in there. Basically, allowing you to carry up to 4 more stacks of items, which is really nice. Except for when you need it, like I do right now. What the hell hit me there? It can't be this guy, right? His reach would be crazy. Alright, after a bunch of the garbage is out of my inventory, I got 15 diamonds, almost 2 stacks of redstone, 2 stacks of coal pretty much, or 1.5, 47 iron, and 16 gold. That is not bad. You know what? With the first diamonds we got, let's make a diamond block. I guess we do the same with the gold, but it's not like we can really do anything else with that anyway. Oh, would you look at that, we got the bedrock layer. Alright, quickly make our gold block. And we don't actually have that much glass left, which kind of sucks, because we would need 24. We of course do need slightly less, because it is bedrock. But I don't think a full 10 less. At least the most dangerous holes have been covered up. Yeah, we just need this little bit. With that though, I think we're ready for the next step. And that would be to make the farms. After we made the farms, we have enough food, we don't have to keep killing piggies. Not that we're gaining that much damage, now that we have iron armor, but as you can see, we took a couple hits and it's degrading pretty fast. And after that, I think we have to expand the area around our island a little bit. And of course, we still have to do a bunch of decorating around there, as well as in here and in the house. So as I said before, if you guys have any ideas on something very specific that you want to see that just kind of triggers the nostalgia of Minecraft Alpha, like that karate painting, leave it in the comments down below, and I'll be adding it to this world. And then I hope you all enjoyed, and I see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.